People from New Jersey who ask me to do things for them, like art pieces for them, and then I gotta come up here to Syracuse to try and get a degree. So it's definitely very challenging when there's a very heavy workload with school, and then I also have a job on campus, so just everything at once sometimes I'm not able to keep up with CMCD art, but if that's the case, I'll just let whoever I know I'm drawing for, like, hey, I just wanna let you know this is gonna be like a little rough period for me. Your piece will be done in like a week or 2 weeks. Okay, I'm Chloe DeMarco, I'm from New Jersey, and I'm an architecture major. Stuff that I do in my free time and stuff that I get commissioned for has mostly been like 2D visual work, studio work, like paint, charcoal, chalk, but lately it's been a lot of 3D art with my major. I do have to manage my time in a way where I could be successful in both my academics and with my art career at the same time. But they're two very different disciplines, but they do work well with one another when it comes to, like, I guess, technique. Well, ever since I was a kid, I guess, gravitated towards art, especially like in school. I would always be like, art's my favorite class, or when I was a kid, I would just like doodle like dresses or houses for fun. And then my grandmother one time, she was like, Chloe, I swear to God, if you don't get an art teacher before I die, I'm gonna haunt you. So I was like, oh, Grandma, okay, I'll go do that. So I started to take art lessons for Grandma. When I first started to do art lessons, I just wanted to learn how to draw a face so badly because I thought that would be like the coolest thing. Like when I would see portraits of people and they were done so extraordinarily well, I was like, I want to do that because I want people to be like, that's really good. So I just really wanted to learn how to do portraits at first, and that's really where my art started. I've always liked the idea of being an entrepreneur, or just the idea of creating something with the products and then being able to develop it and sell it to multiple people who are interested. So that's something I guess I've been interested in since like my freshman year of high school. And I was like, well, I can draw, like that's a gift that I was given, so I might as well capitalize on it. So I guess I created the CMCD art brand that I could start to sell my work under, which is just the initials of my name. And I guess that's really where it all started. And that was in 2016 when I first created the website and then first made advertisements for people and just put my name out there. First it was through like family and then friends, and then people would see it on social media and they'd be like, hey, like maybe I should contact her and do that, like get something for my girlfriend or whatever. I would say I'm a people pleaser. Like I never want to create something and then give it to someone and they're like, ah. It's kind of like when you get a bad haircut and then like at the end of the haircut, the hairdresser's like, do you like it? And you're just sitting there and you're like, yeah, it's great, but really you hate it. So when I'm in the process of drawing, I'll send them multiple pictures, the client multiple pictures along the way, just to make sure like, hey, like, do you like what I'm doing so far? Like, don't be afraid to tell me, no, like, Chloe, this isn't the best. Like, maybe instead of doing pencil, let's do charcoal or something. I'd be like, okay, cool. So like, that's kind of the whole process of it to ensure that you get the best customer satisfaction, basically. So yeah, I'm a people pleaser in the business sense, you know, it's good for business. When I was a kid, for sure there was a passion for it, and that's what I liked to do when I was like young to fill my free time. I wouldn't say art's my main passion because it's not my main passion. I'm interested in very different disciplines as well that don't even touch art, and people are sometimes like, they don't see the correlation between the different things that I do. But when it comes to my art, I always saw the opportunity in it to build it and not only do something I like in my free time by drawing, but also be able to gain a knowledge on like a business side of it, or see where it could propel me in the future by getting this experience through CMCD art. So with architecture, I figured it would probably be a good mix because you need to know artistry and you also need to know like the mechanics and math. So I figured if you put the two together, then like that's what this major is, and I've been right so far, luckily. I'm trying to go the architecture times computer science route with like visual augmentation and like virtual reality route. That's what I'm thinking right now, but like give me a month and it could change.